Hi there and welcome to Simply Cooking with Ken Thompson. You ever get stuck with just one overripe banana and just don't know what to do with it? Well, I've got a recipe where you can make one loaf of banana bread with one, yes, just one overripe banana. And we're going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so have you ever wondered what to do when there's only one overripe banana left? Just one? I mean, come on kids, you're supposed to leave me 2 or 3, right? You guys do like muffins and banana bread, so I figured you would leave a couple, but no, they left me one. So I figured out that there is a way to make banana bread with one. Now it only makes one loaf, but that's okay, because that's all I've got is one overripe banana. This one's about perfect. I don't like it to get too much further than this because then it starts to get kind of an alcohol taste to it. So anyway, one overripe banana is all you need for this recipe. So let's get started. First, I went ahead and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Get out a loaf pan, something to mix in, and we'll start out with our overripe banana. We're going to take that, peel it, and put it right here in this bowl. Okay, just like so. We're going to take 1 stick of softened butter. Usually room temperature is perfectly fine, so we're going to do that. We're going to add that into our bowl. Come on, get off of the paper. You got it. All right, excellent. Now we're going to add in a cup of regular old white table sugar. Okay, put that off to the side. Going to add in 1 egg. Put that right in there. Haha, noise. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Maybe a little extra. Okay, put that off to the side. Now we're going to start with this. Take your blender or your mixer. That's the reason I would, if I was going heavy duty on the baking today, I would go ahead and use my mixer. But for something like this, it's going to be quick. I'll usually go ahead and pull out the blender. I do like to cream these together pretty well, but there is milk going in right after this, and that does help to thin things out quite a bit. For a cookie batter, I would definitely use my mixer. Okay. Gourds. Too much fun. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my milk. Okay. Once we add the milk, we're going to go ahead and mix that in a little bit. All right. Now we're going to pull this off to the side for just a minute. I want to show you something. When I bake, there's one thing that I'm really kind of particular about, and I know that a lot of recipes overlook this. But we've got 1.5 cups of flour here. And we only have one other actual dry ingredient going in here, and that's 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to put the baking soda in. A lot of people skip this, but I learned from my grandmother a long time ago, especially when it comes to cakes, to mix your dry ingredients thoroughly so that you have an even distribution and you don't end up with these weird little pockets. So many times I would do this with a sifter, but for a recipe this small, just using a whisk in a bowl works just fine. Okay, so now what we've done here is we have made sure that our baking soda is going to be evenly distributed throughout the batter, and we don't have any little pockets of it anywhere. And trust me, that's actually happened to me before. It can mess something up pretty royally. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start pouring this in as we mix. Okay, now there it is. That's our banana bread batter. Now the next thing I'm doing is completely optional, up to you whether or not you like it. I put in some crushed pecans in mine. You don't have to. Some people like them, some people don't. Completely optional. So I'm just going to mix them in, just by hand though. You don't really need to pull the mixer out for this. Don't need to do a whole lot more than that. Just get them in there nice and even. Okay, once that's in, put this off to the side for a second. Get one loaf pan. Now you could use muffin tin and do this. You would have to adjust your cooking times, of course, if you were doing muffins, but we're just going to do one quick banana bread today. Okay. And pour this in. There we go. You don't have to get anything all too perfect right at the beginning. Go ahead and scrape a little more out here. We've got some more. Okay, now once that's in, we go ahead and I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit just to make sure it's kind of even. Probably wouldn't even matter. I imagine once it gets in the heat, it would probably do that on its own anyway. Okay, so there we have it. That is our banana bread ready. It's about 2/3 full on the pan, which is about appropriate. That's about where you normally want it, about 2/3 full. So this goes in the oven for about 45 minutes at 350. After about 40 to 45 minutes, and when you start seeing the top cracking, it's a good idea to take a toothpick, push right in somewhere near the middle, pull it out, make sure it comes out dry with no batter on it. If it does, then it's ready. If not, leave it back in for another 5 minutes and try it again. So, next thing is, we're going to the oven. Okay, so now we're ready for baking. And this is going to be bake at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. At the about 40-minute or so time, I'll probably pull it out, check it with a toothpick, placed right in the center, put it in, pull it out, make sure that the toothpick comes out dry. If it does, it's finished. If not, go ahead and leave it back in for another 5 minutes or so and check again. Just a little hint, something that I have done with my oven and I've done for a long time now. I have an old cookie sheet that I place on the very bottom rack, wrapped in foil for anything that might happen to drip off. But I do it not necessarily for anything that may drip off into the oven. I also do it to keep direct heat off of the bottom of things that I'm baking in a lot of cases. Things that contain a lot of sugar will easily burn on the bottom if they get too much direct heat. So by putting a pan in the bottom of the oven, that prevents that heat from hitting the bottom of your cooking pan as directly, thereby preventing the bottom of your baked goods from getting burned as easily. Okay, so it's out of the oven now, and we're going to give it a little shot here. Actually, this isn't the first time I've had to put it back in, but it's looking pretty good now. It comes out nice and clean. It's actually been sitting here for a couple of minutes, so this is cooled off enough. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the pan, put it on the rack. Typically what I do is I kind of bounce this a little bit, try to get it loose. Okay, look at that, pretty nice. Put it on the drying rack here, or not drying rack, the cooling rack. Yes, the cooling rack. Okay, so there it is. That is our banana bread, and I would love for you to be able to smell this right now. It smells amazing. So pretty soon we'll be cutting this off a little bit, once it cools off a little bit, and we will be back. Alright, so here it is. Got it on a cutting board. Got a little plate over here. Gonna get out my bread cutting knife. And we'll cut a little piece off the end here and see what this looks like. And look at that. I'd say that turned out pretty good. Give it another shot. Get into, oh no, it's breaking to pieces. But you know what happens when it breaks to pieces like that? You take that piece, put it on the plate, you put this piece in your mouth. Yum. I tell you, it tastes like banana bread. Like it had 3 bananas in it. It came out perfect. So anyway, now you know, if you only have one overripe banana left, that you can still make a really tasty banana bread. Let's try this here. And it's still a little bit on the hot side, let me tell you, but oh, it does taste great. So that's our lesson for today. Excellent banana bread with one overripe banana. Thanks again for watching. Please click on subscribe if you would, and you have been watching Simply Cooking with Ken Thompson. Thank you. Bye-bye.